What is up, everyone, and welcome back to the Yochan and Yeezy podcast. A loss of innocence often comes with facing harsh realities. In All Quiet on the Western Front, author Eric Maria Miracle puts on full display that war steals innocence of soldiers by forcing them to face death and suffering. We can see this through the experiences of the book's main characters, Paul Baumer. It also brings into question, what does it mean to grow up and at what cost for these soldiers? Paul Baumer is a soldier of the front lines who joined out of a feeling of national pride and out of wanting an adventure. Paul and his friends who joined the army see it as an honorable and fun adventure that will be over quickly. This depiction of war appeals to Paul and his friends' innocence by making the war seem like a fun adventure. We can see this in chapter 1 when Paul explains he enlisted because of Kendrick's patriotic speeches. He is innocent, therefore he does not think of war as some horrifying experience, but rather an adventure. But war beats into them how harsh it truly is. In the next chapter, chapter 2, Paul's friend Franz Kemmerich dies after being shot in the leg. This contributes to Paul's loss of innocence by forcing him to face death not only head-on, but also forcing him to see one of his close friends dies that enlisted along with him. In chapter 2, Paul reflects that they are no longer young men, but have become hardened soldiers. Though not much time has passed, but from what he has already experienced whilst fighting, it has made them grow up faster. One last example of a loss of innocence appears in chapter 5. In this chapter, Paul and his friends discuss their plans for after the war, and what they will do. As they discuss, they come to a harsh realization that their plans have been completely interrupted by the war. They feel disconnected from their lives before the war and what they thought of would happen after. This moment destroys any remaining illusions or thoughts Paul had about war and demonstrating the complete loss of innocence, which is giving up on not only a future after this, but the feeling disconnected from their lives before. The people in the story were very much influenced by adults to take a choice and join the army and fight in the battles. But that is not to say that being influenced by adults or authority figures is all bad. We have all been influenced by adults in one way or another. One time, an adult influenced my choice was around 7 years ago in winter. My parents and older siblings would always went skiing every winter, but I was too nervous of falling and getting hurt. But this year my dad said that I could do it and that he had trusted me that I wouldn't fall and get hurt. And that influenced my choice to start skiing, and now one of my favorite things to do along with other winter sports like snowboarding. Loss of innocence isn't just a thing in the past. There are other modern day examples. In the modern day, a loss of innocence can happen from a bunch of different things, such as school pressure. School pressure can make students feel disconnected from things outside of school and make them focus too hard on only school. School pressure can cause adult-like stress in a child, which can erode their innocence like Paul and his friends, like what happened to Paul and his friends, but with different causation. This leaves the question, what does it mean to grow up and at what cost does it come with? For Paul and his friends in the story, growing up meant experiencing the horrors of war and becoming jaded and hollow. But growing up means making experiences, making mistakes and good ones. And the cost is whatever comes with those experiences.
Let me know if you wanna eat. She like Vaughn, you already know. Just put your girl on fleek.